Hey, this is Matt from InvestQuant. Today is Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. And this morning when I was doing my daily prep, I was running through my alerts and I noticed I had a couple different alerts here around some strong moves. One of them here in the ES, so the S&P, for a large move higher like we had yesterday. Yesterday was the largest rally in 20 days. So when I load this alert, these are the stats that are based upon what has happened historically when you go long at the open, exit at the close, when the prior day was the largest close to close move of the past 20 days. This is above a 200-day moving average. And historically, this has 173 samples in the S&P, dating back to 2003. But as I do my homework, I take a look at these ideas and then I kind of apply a little bit more context around what is happening in the overnight session, or if there's any additional context I want to add to it. So what I want to do this morning is just take this pattern here from my alerts and then add the other instruments to it. So we'll add all four instruments, and then I'm just going to go into the opening filters. And we've had a fairly quiet overnight session. We did retrace a little bit, and we're trading back near the prior day closing price, down just a little bit, but within prior day range. So what I want to do is just add open within prior day range to this. So I'm going to hit equals here, and then I'm going to hit view results. That's the only thing I'm going to add to it. And here we go. So these are the results of what has happened historically when you open within the prior day range, when the prior day was the largest close to close move. So that's the largest rally in 20 days. This has taken place above the 200-day moving average. And this one is interesting in the fact that, the win rates are fairly mild. The S&P just coming in 50%, the NASDAQ 52%, the Dow a little bit weaker at 45%, and the Russell 51%. But all of these consistently have larger losses taking place compared to their average wins. So their average loss, some of these sizably larger than their average win. S&P here, almost 3 times as much. You've got the NASDAQ, which is about twice as much. Same here with the Dow. The Russell, not quite as large of a skew, but all of these sizably larger average losses than average wins. And I've got the S&P selected here, and what I want to do is just take a look at this quick results distribution, and this will make it pretty apparent where these results are coming from. So when you look at the results distribution here, we've looked at this many times before, but the way it's set up, you've got the trade count on the vertical axis, so the taller the bar, the more frequently the result has taken place. And then on the horizontal axis, you've got the P&L and dollars based upon trading one contract of the S&P 500 E-mini. And we've got 0 right here in the center. So the bars that are red are losing trades, and the farther to the left, the bigger the loss was for the day. The bars to the right of 0 are winning trades. The farther to the right, the bigger they are. And the big bars that we have here in green are just to the right of the 0 line, so they are fairly small winners, and then they really trail off here and get very small sample sizes as you move to the right. Whereas on the downside, your largest trade count is happening right here as a small win, but the difference between the mode and the outliers is very small. So we've got 11 samples here for outliers of bigger than 20-point moves to the downside compared to the mode of the losing trades. This isn't the total mode, that would be right here, but of the losing trades, which is 13. So if I'm just comparing losing trades here, the most common losing trade has 13 samples for a very small loss, but the outliers has 11 samples, and you can kind of see we're spread out here as well on the various losing trades to the downside. So this has had a lot of big losses historically when it has been wrong. That being said, the win rate on it is about 50-50 on these. It's just when it's wrong, it has a much higher likelihood of being very wrong. So hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today, and we will see you next time.